What's going on? What the goings on, y'all? Know I gotta get my fiddle on before we get our talk on. And I'm talking about already with the already. What's going on with it? I guess we gonna get time with it, huh? Shit, it's Saturday. I usually don't come on Saturday. I told y'all between 1 and 2. It's probably about 1 right now. Let's take a look. See, it's 12:45. So I'm here about 15 minutes early. Figure I'd call him and drop me a few hits. We talk about a little basketball. We talk about a little this, a little that, and we going to find us something to do. It's going to definitely be a nice little 20, 30-minute show, though. I ain't finna do much. You know what I'm talking about? But let's talk a little bit, especially the ones I ain't get to see. These game sevens that's come on today and come on tomorrow. I guess we're gonna talk about a little something. So let's talk about it. The game that I didn't see was the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors. But I imagine it came down to the wire, huh? Almost to the last shot. You feel what I'm saying? And the Toronto Raptors end up winning by 2. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to a game 7. Do you think Donovan Mitchell gonna be able to pull it off? He had 24, but it wasn't enough to go. You think he gonna need about a 30 ball? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know though. It's been a tight series. You know what I'm saying? To my dismay, I thought they would have got rid of Toronto, but I guess them young boys over there feel like they ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see. I guess they'll know sooner rather than later what's gonna really happen. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to both of them teams. They been going to the wire, bro. I'm really upset that I ain't been able to watch. I think I watched the first, maybe this. I've watched the first 3 games. After that, Prime got the tripping. You know what I'm saying? They was showing up on the little. You know how you watching it, and then in the corner they trying to show the game. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. My eyes ain't what they used to be, so I can barely see what's going on. I gotta squint and look and turn one eye and do all this extracurricular activities in order to get the job done. And it just ain't been with me lately. You feel me? But RJ Barrett, he decided he wanted to step up for the Toronto Raptors this series at least. This the first time I talked about Toronto RJ Barrett since he been in Toronto. You feel me? I wasn't talking about him when he was in New York. He a lefty, so I got a little favoritism when it come to him, and he just wasn't showing up. He was straight in Kentucky. I'm like, oh, this is a good draft pick. He went to New York and just couldn't get it done. Or what did you plan to do? I know it's a blue. It's a blue for sure. I think it's Kentucky if I ain't mistaken. And you was showing up. I just knew you was gonna be a good point guard, a good draft pick. You know what I'm talking about? And you just, to no avail. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and this shall be what it's gonna be. You been stepping up for Toronto, so we gonna see. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got James Harden and Spider. I wear Spider's clothes, so you know what I'm talking about. I fucks with him a long way. Plus I fuck with Coco Jones. You know what I mean? Not just her namesake, but I just like her as a singer. You know what I mean? But we shall see if they can step it up. The next person on our docket is the LA Lakers versus the Houston Rockets. The only reason why I'm going to talk about them before I talk about the Pistons game is because, hey, I'm a Pistons fan. So, but shout out to the LA Lakers and the Houston Rockets. Houston, I'm sorry that you had you know what I'm saying, that you had a problem. You feel me? I'm sorry you had a problem. But it wasn't enough ragu in the sauce. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, already. And then did you see the pass from LeBron? Shit, that was half court pass there, sir. For a layup. Dig that. Shout out to LeBron. You know what I'm talking about? I guess he was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna wait to game 7, Stephen A. Even though you counted them out. You counted them out the whole series. Then you said it was gonna go to 6. I mean, it was gonna be in Game 6 that Houston was gonna win the game, and they was gonna stretch it to 7. Guess what happened? LeBron was like, you know what? I'm gonna score this 28, and what you had? You had 28.7 and 8. You feel me? 28.7 rebounds, 8 assists. Like, hey, I'm finna show up, show out, and it was a Reeves, and it was a Reeves. Oh, my bad. I'm saying your name wrong. Austin Reeves sighting. He only had like 15. Shit, he had, and then damn, Aiden, you only had like 9 points, but you had like 16 boards, sir. I mean, I respect you cleaned it up off the glass, and a lot of it was, the tip to the glass type shit. But it is what it is. I got a chance to watch that game, so I was so excited, nigga, that y'all was whooping ass. Y'all from start to finish. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to the LA Lakers, and you moving on to the second round. Now, before I get to my Pistons game, the LA Lakers, you are going to be facing the champs. You got a mismatch. LeBron, they leaning on you again, good sir. And you ain't got nobody that's going to check you. So they going to have to either let you do your thing or bring a double team. All I'm asking is for people to hit wide open shots. I don't care if it's wide open for 3. I don't care if it's wide open for a layup. But hit the wide open shots. The Thunder don't really, they got a multitude of centers, but they ain't got a true one. So DeAndre Ayton, you should also have a good season. Good situation. You should definitely show up in this series, bro, because you're going to have a mismatch. Only thing I'm saying to Mr. Smart is Shea Butter going to bring something for them elbows, sir. And I hope you keep it. I hope you take heed to it and you use that butter with caution, because he coming. And he going to give you 30 and 40 damn near every night. And to the Thunder, all we need is butter, baby. And Mr. Holmgren, we need you to step it up, sir. You know what I'm talking about? This is going to be a exciting series. And it's definitely going to show if you the next motherfuckers to come up with the coming up. You feel me? And it's going to get you your outlet you looking for. You're going to be like the old Thunder back when Durant, James Harden, and Mr. Westbrook was on teams together. And, you know what I'm saying, they start getting some televised, some notoriety, you know what I'm talking about, and some television. So, this is it, pretty much. And shout out to my Pistons won again. Hey, my Pistons won again. Hey, my Pistons won again. And all we do is fucking win. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons versus the Orlando Magic. I guess there was a magic stick. Hey, a magic stick. Hey, you feel me? I had all my little antics going. You know what I'm saying? The Detroit Pistons versus the Orlando Magic. Despite Harrison had 27 points and 10 rebounds. Shout out, old man. You feel me? Even though you ain't that old, for real, You 36. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't old, shoot. You know what I mean? You younger than me, sir. By a good 10 ball. You feel me? So, hey. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. So whenever Ham, which is Cade Cunningham, whenever Ham wasn't stepping it up, you definitely was stepping it up. And I'm like, God damn. This whole series, I've been complaining about Jalen Durham. Man, step it up, bro. Step it up, bro. Step it up, bro. And you just won't step it up. It's game 7. It seemed like I literally got to come down and punch you in your eye, sir. Step it up. You just disappear in the second half. You feel me? You just disappear. You ain't grabbing a rebound. You ain't shooting. Nah, I give you some credit. JB Bickerstaff be taking you out in the second half. getting you your little rest, you know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to complete the mission. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really don't got no explanation for why you acting the way you acting. You acting like you nervous down there. It's only going to get harder. Your next opponent, they got a big man. And it really do depends. New York probably gonna go and play probably gonna play you, sir. Robinson is a big fella. Carl Anthony Towns, he gonna have a mismatch all day. I don't know. Tobias might be able to check him, but he definitely going to work. And Bronson, you can't check Ham, so it's gonna be an exciting series. I think the Pistons will win in 6, though. I give New York 2 games. We in New York. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait. For real. I told you the East was wide open. I said that at the beginning of this. I said that after the first like 10, 12 games. But anyway, shout out to the Detroit Pistons them winning. I'm already looking forward to the next round. You feel what I'm talking about? I don't even. But shit, guess what? You still gotta mess with the with nephew and them. You know what I'm talking about? Benajero, I always mess his name up. I don't know why I be messing his name up. But nephew, listen. He ain't nothing to joke with. So y'all need to get rid of Game 7 first. We going home to Little Caesars Arena. So it's definitely gonna be something exciting. You feel what I'm talking about? And I hope y'all do it. I'm voting for y'all to do it. I'm gonna be sad if you don't. Cause then, you know what I'm saying, Orlando gonna have to go to Cleveland. Hey, Cleveland gonna win regardless. They got 2 weapons. And once they ain't hitting like they supposed to, but by the second, third, they'll be, you know what I'm talking about? About game 1 or 2, they'll be hitting. And then really ain't no stopping them. But that's no here nor there. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm talking about? The Pistons won again. That's all we need to worry about. All we do is fucking win. You know what I'm talking about? We just don't need Orlando to do it again. You know what I'm talking about? If they start hitting from 3 like they did in game 3, might be a tight one. But like I say, hey. And I actually like the matchup of Benajero, Check, and Cade. You know what I'm saying? They did it this game and eliminated him. But Harris went to work. And you know what I'm saying? We grabbed enough rebounds to pull it on out. You know what I'm talking about? And then you know what else was funny about that? Y'all went a whole quarter and a half and didn't score a basket. That's really how we came back. We was down like 24 points in the third quarter. Start of the third quarter. We was down 24 points. Y'all did after I think it was like after 4-5 minutes of the third quarter, y'all just stopped scoring completely. I mean, y'all had a little y'all had scored like what 15 points by the time the fourth quarter started. And then y'all scored another 9 in the fourth quarter. So altogether you scored like 24 points in the second half. You can't score 20, 30 points in the second half of a game and think you're going to come out with the win. You feel me? Y'all had like 91. You know, it can accumulate to a win if the other team is subpar. But the Pistons was going to work that whole third and fourth quarter. They was scoring. They was doing what they needed to do to pull up the upset. But that's no here nor there. We did our due diligence when it comes to the basketball. So let's talk about these little antics, and then we're gonna find us something to do. Shout out to Gigi Bryant. It was your birthday yesterday. I think it's this week though. But I don't know why they did your birthday so early. I guess they be trying to get your little shout out early, because they got many more shout outs. But yeah, your birthday this week, so shout out to you, Gigi. May you rest in heaven, good young lady. You know what I'm saying? You'll be what, 21? I think you'll be 21. Well, I'm talking about shout out to you, Mom Vanessa. I hope you're doing okay, young lady. I know this is it's gonna be a hard week for you, but you know what I'm saying. We definitely gonna keep it wrong and keep it strong. You understand me? I think I need to pull this a little closer, cause um yeah, we gonna get into some ethics. What's going on with Rolly and Summer from the Baddies Empire? I would imagine. Lima, you need to get these young ladies together. Raleigh just going on and on and on the rollout when it comes to Summer. She just said Summer be putting her mouth on unmovable objects. Say her mouth all over the place. Got her mouth everywhere, and she just don't care. You know what I'm talking about? And then they like, what's attractive to her? The little cleft she got right there, the little bumpity bump, the little extra meat she got right there. Is that what's making everybody want to do what they do? No, that's just giving you information that hey, she may not be what you think she is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? That might be why she can fight a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? For real. But that's no here nor there. Damn, Rolly. You know what I'm saying? You busted your arm wide open and you just wide open, huh? You like, fuck it. Y'all ain't want to pay for the surgery. I had to come out of pocket or whatever. My insurance wouldn't cover it because it was cosmetic. So I'm going to act automatic and I'm just going to let it fly. You know what I'm talking about? But shout out to Rolly and Summer. Hey, you got to get it together, baby. You know what I'm saying? Your story starting to unravel. Shout out to shout out Charleston White. I guess Charleston White wanted to. It's all, but you know I'm gonna talk about it. I guess Charleston White decided he wanted to state his liking of Kevin Samuel. I ain't gonna lie to you, Charleston. I understood Kevin Samuel too. At first I didn't. I was like, why is he going off on these black women and this and that and just going crazy because that's just what I do. Hold on, you doing too much, young man. But then I had to sit back and listen. He ain't doing nothing but holding everyone accountable for their own beings. And you control your vessel. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got control of your vessel or you asking for things that you won't do, then you out of control. And that's a lot of information that I got from the young man. You know what I'm talking about? And I also heard something else you said, Charleston White. I like punchlines. You know what I'm talking about? And it does make light of the situation. You feel me? Because a lot of people in this day and age can't handle a situation. So if you make a joke about it, like the here it go. Shout out to Mr. Greer. You know what I'm talking about? If you make a joke about it, I'm gonna say it like this: Robitussin used to be nasty, and then you put a little Kool-Aid in it and a little sugar, and it turned into something different. You don't even taste the medicine. You feel me? So if you give a spoonful of sugar, if you get a handful of sugar with two teaspoons of medicine, then it easily goes now. If you catch my drift, and I like drifting. It's just what I do. You know what I'm talking about? So if I got a little funny with it, hey, that's how the message comes. You feel me? Might have to come that way in order for you to get on your way. You know what I'm saying? Make you powerful. Shout out to Glorilla. So I guess Gorilla decided that she wanted to get on stage. And then I guess a college student say, "Can you pay my tuition?" Motherfucker gotta act like they famous. Tell a motherfucker she pay her tuition. What's your tuition? Ain't didn't know that she was gonna say $10,000. That nigga said $10,000 a semester. Fuck skip what she said. Look at her facial expression. 10,000. Oh, I'll pay it next semester. You feel me? I hope you pay it and you don't spend it. like a TV dinner. But this day and age, if you do spend, motherfucker gonna come right on here and tell me all about the non-win, okay? Or whoever she decide to tell it to. It shall be televised. So, Gorilla, I hope you do come up with the 10 bands and you pay for that young lady's education. Um, Shout out to the young man who stated that I was in my feelings. I care not to say your name no more. It was just for the right then and right now. I'm going to forget about you later on. Not really forget about you. I'm just not going to state no facts about you later on. You feel what I'm talking about? I don't got no emotional attachment with anything. So, I mean, even though I knew you was talking about me, you ain't gotta care. Long as you got the information. Good brother. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna keep it moving because I gotta keep it. Because I like to keep it moving. Was that good enough for you? Do that make sense to you? Is it clear to you? You know? You got your screen straight? Cause I'm gonna be straight. And I talk about the straightening. You feel me? At the same time, maybe you need to have a conversation with me outside of what's going on right here on this screen. You know what I'm talking about? Get, and then we can have some straightening. You know what I'm talking about? All the antics and the profanity, it ain't called for. You ain't winning that way, no way. You need to be worried about dog face. Cause jokes is jokes, sir. And if you can't get them, hey, more power to you, sir. You know what I'm saying? Let the seriousness of your face be true. Cause you got a strong ass face, don't you? You little ugly ass motherfucker. Excuse my language. I don't mean to offend or harm anyone. This is my disclaimer. Shout out to Eric Spears. So I guess you suing Vlad now. Your money ain't long enough, sir. You a comedian. That shit'll run out. That nigga publicly sensitive. I can't even say it right. But basically, he's a public figure. It's gonna be hard for you to do what you say you're gonna do. And you ain't been doing what you say you've been doing. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'll be looking at that shit as clown shit. You should be able to, the same way you dish it out, you should be able to take it. No one should deter you from what you actually doing in life. But more power to you, young Eric Spears. You know what I mean? I hope you stating all the things that you needed to state come out in real facts in the courtroom. Because you saying that you never really had no public access to a person that you suing, that's kind of asinine. It really don't make no sense. But people debunk things of non-nature. You know what I'm talking about? And we shall see. Because if you wasn't really making nothing, then what we talking about? Probably nothing. And then you know what was funny? Before you said you was gonna sue, you said you would come home for free. So is it defamation of character or the character defamating the entity? Shout out to young Bruce Willis. May you rest in heaven, good sir. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna be able to study your mind though. You know, they gonna be able to see where things coming from. And for all these doctors, you know what I'm saying? These Indian doctors, which is crazy to me. Don't nobody else want to go to school and get a job? I guess the job ain't paying. You feel me? You work for nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might as well work for something that you understand. But that's just my take on work. You know what I'm saying? We know you get a check just to be getting a check. Sometimes the check don't be checking. We almost at 30 minutes. We might get a whole full interview today. Shout out to you though, Bruce Willis. You know what I'm saying? May you rest in heaven, good brother. Shout out to Samuel Monroe. Now the video, I put the video on my story, and they didn't accept the video. Probably because whoever delivered the video don't want me to put it on my video. I'm still gonna do it. That man was from Players Club, sir. He was influential in my life. I'm gonna fuck with it, regardless, and I'm gonna talk about it. If I don't talk about it, then you know I really didn't care too much about it. I just put it on the feed. There's a lot of stuff I put on my feed that I don't talk about. Shout out to Adrian Broner, bro. Damn, Adrian, man, they using you for clickbait, huh? You done got on the camera and now you going ape shit. The ape shit turned into like a $15,000 payout. Somebody tipped you 15,000 or whatnot. I guess. But look what you had to do it. You had to act like you was kissing. Well, the girl didn't want to kiss you. Then you act like you was kissing another gentleman, and then you start walking around the goddamn restaurant like an ape. You did a lot for. I guess you deserve that money, huh? You did a lot of hooping and hollering to get them couple dollars. Shout out to Remy Ma. I guess Remy Ma is coming on TV at 7 o'clock on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I guess she's going to be doing the Joe and Jada show. Shout out to Netflix for pulling the podcasters in, and now all the podcasters that's got a viable network is networking on Netflix. That's what's up. But I guess Remy Ma is coming on the Joe and Jada show, or should I say the Crack and Jada show? I can say it better like that way. And I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna tune in. I ain't pulling up on Sunday though. I don't care. I gave y'all Saturday. You feel me? I'm starting to do more information when it comes to the Saturday tip. Sunday, I don't care what's going on. We just gonna have a long Monday. That's all that's gonna be. And that's what it do. But shout out to you though, Remy Ma. Shout out to your little network. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your song. I definitely enjoy it. I hope what you say is insightful. Cause if it's insightful, then I will start right. It's just what I do. You know what I'm talking about? And if you don't like it, stay blue. You know what I mean? Go blue. Matter of fact, shit. But yeah, if you don't like it, then stay upset. I ain't mad at you. Like I said, I've been knowing how to turn it on and turn it off since the adolescence. For real, I'm really a nice person. I just like to, hey, I like to just report what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Period. I don't know what this story was about, but I did share it on my timeline, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I guess Michael Porter Jr. decided to call the police on Celine Powell, and then through the reports, I'm watching what she was stating. She was using profanities, and you know what I'm saying. She was quite irate when it came to the police. She was belligerent. She definitely wasn't herself. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm pretty sure. Shout out to Tasha K. It's a lot of stuff I ain't been posting, Tasha K. You got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? You got Bilal on there. You know what I'm talking about? And he talking about Jada. I ain't even care to give none of that information. You sure I ain't pull up to the little live feed. I'm straight. I don't want to hear you talking no more. I want to see you in court, and I want to see something going on. All that talking is just, it's belligerent. You know what I'm saying? And it's redundant. It's getting to the point where it's like, well, when you going to show and prove? All this talking you doing, I ain't seen nothing happen yet. And then last but not least, well, no, I got one more before I get up out of here, but this is going to be the last of the editions. Uncle Luke. We need to quit talking about them people, Uncle Luke. It ain't getting you nowhere. You still got 60 people on your live feed on a good day. But shout out to you though. What I really wanted to get into before I get up out of here is this quote that I got from KRS-One, and it states that you're the master of your reality. I'm going to state it again. You are the master of your reality. This is but a vessel. That's what I'm going to add to it. This is but a vessel. You got to be able to use this vessel to the best of your ability. Your adequacy is what make your characteristics flourish when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some type of je ne sais quoi. You feel me? You know what I mean? Most people don't know how to pull out their best characters when it comes to the screen here. You know what I mean? They can't talk and then turn around and not talk. Or they can't talk this way and then talk another way. They can't be kind. They can't. Because that's what it boils down to, being kind. Can you be kind on and off screen? It's hard. Because you go through so much and you say so much and you do so much. At first, I used to do my stories and I used to talk crazy. I ain't going to say talk crazy. I used to have a lot of jokes, a lot of punchlines, as Charleston White would say. And you know, a lot of it would be troublesome to the individual. You feel me? And if that's what you got out of the situation, then you not understanding the situation. And I just want to let motherfuckers know that every situation ain't the same. You might have been acting a fool. If you acting a fool, I'm gonna act a fool. If you acting normal, then I'll talk to you normally. You know what I mean? It's all on you. Kind sir. Kind ma'am. Kind other. Whatever's clever. And whatever endeavor. It shall be seen or not seen. I don't know. It all depends on what I mean. I might get up tomorrow and be mad than the motherfucker. That's what I'm going to talk about. I might get up glad. I'm going to give it to you the glad way. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely pick up the pieces no matter what it is. You feel me? And I think we're going to get on up out of here. So with all that being said, woo, 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 as the old saying goes, the smoke's gone, I'm gone.